Early this week in a landmark case, a Sydney mother took her employer to the Fair Work Commission over a long-running work from home dispute and won. Now, the Commission ruled that there was no doubt she could do her job entirely remotely.
Yeah, and it's got a lot of people talking this morning. What are the actual rules when it comes to the workplace? So this morning we are setting the record straight and busting the biggest myths about what your employer can and cannot do.
To break it all down, lawyer Jahan Kalanta joins us now. Jahan, morning to you.
Morning.
Good morning.
What does this ruling mean for the right to work from home? Because it's been so debated ever since COVID, hasn't it?
Well, there's a subset of people who can apply to have work from home accommodations. Carers, people over a certain age, people with disabilities. What this case has done is crystallise for people that this is a right that many people didn't even know that they had. And people are starting to ask, well, if it can work in this case, why can't it work in mine?
Right, so there's legislation around this now, isn't there?
Absolutely, and you can always apply for a fair work accommodation. Having read the case, the decision is one that I completely agree with. This is a high performer, worked for the organisation for 23 years, up until earlier this year was told basically you could do your job from home, and then a business case came along to change it, and the process goes on from there.
Has Westpac failed here in its bid to stop this?
Look, it's hard to say, right? Often can't be a meeting of the minds, and when there can't be a meeting of minds, we have to adjudicate it through a third party, which is what's happened here.
But isn't that happening in a lot of businesses now where, it did work for a few years and gave people flexibility, but the business demands kind of overrun personal demands, and people are saying you need to be back in the office for many reasons, not just work performance, but the social factor as well, team cohesion.
I think the thing that this case has really highlighted, at least for me, is that there needs to be a meaningful business case. Now, if you can perform your job from home and you're doing a very good job of it, and you don't have a very clear metric as to why they're returning, like, if you do come back in, there will be performance, there will be mentorship, then you have a challenge. But if there is a meaningful business case about why you need to come in for the reasons you've outlined, then yes, of course the employer is entitled to say, we need you in here on a basis so that we can make sure those KPIs are met.
Well, it is a fascinating decision, Jahan. Thanks for your time this morning.
Thank you for having me.